Hi guys, I'm so excited to make this video. I think I have gotten one bag packing down to an art and I'm so excited. My husband and I are going on a trip with family to Wisconsin for the summer for 6 days. Okay, so I'm just telling you, it's summer, so this is going to be not even a capsule wardrobe because as I said in my Charleston video, which was one video ago, I sweat a lot. So bringing a capsule wardrobe, I have to bring different shirts or I don't necessarily have time to do laundry. So anyways, all that to say is I'm going to show you my traveling outfit, but I have packed for 6 days. I have 7 shirts in here, along with bottoms and layers and everything else. So this is not even a capsule wardrobe, but I was able to pack all of this in something that would qualify as a personal item. I am allowed to have a carry-on, but I just discovered that I'm getting so good at one bag packing that I didn't need a carry-on. So I'm just gonna bring this personal item size and this fanny pack. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide the fanny pack because I'm allowed to have 2 bags. So the one thing that I'm not gonna bring that I did really want to, but it just doesn't make any sense on this trip, is my bag vest. And the reason it doesn't make any sense is because this flight is it's gonna be over in like 2 hours, and I don't need all the various and sundry comfort items. I don't need my neck pillow or any of that stuff. And so I really wanna bring this vest at some point, but I just didn't need it, and it actually would just add bulk to my stuff, so I'm not bringing it this time. But stay tuned because I will make a video at some point where I bring that vest. Now let's look at my traveling outfit, and it probably will look sort of familiar to you if you've been watching my videos because it includes this tank top that has a built-in bra. If you're a woman, this is like the most amazing thing to travel in because you're not having to deal with your bra straps. It's so comfortable and you don't have to worry about getting cold or anything. And then I am going to be wearing compression socks, just because I just don't want to deal with blood clots. I don't know if I feel like my genetics are propensity toward blood clots and I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna wear these just because. And then I'm wearing my heaviest pants on the airplane, which is my straight leg jeans. And on the outer layer, I'm going to wear this. It's kind of like a flannel shirt. I think I've shown it before. It's kind of like this puffy cotton material. I'm not sure what it's called. It has adjustable sleeves, as you can see, and it's very long. So not only will I wear it as like an outer layer, as a light outer layer. Incidentally, the temperature in Wisconsin, I looked ahead, the weather forecast is going to be anywhere from 60 to 80. So that's a very easy temperature to dress for. But sometimes I get a little bit cold, so I did want to bring an outer layer. I've actually brought more outer layers in my bag. I probably don't need them, but I'm bringing them. All right, so, and another thing I like about this is it can be an outer layer, but you could also wear it as a shirt or almost even like a tunic dress. And if it's a little too long, you can cinch this waist up. I've shown you this before, where you can cinch the waist up and make it a little bit shorter. Anyways, it's very comfortable. And another nice little thing is it does have little pockets here in case I need to put earplugs or something in these little pockets. I always try to find layers that have pockets in case I need them, especially since I'm not bringing that vest that has pockets all through it. And then this is going to be my jacket for this trip because a jean jacket is a nice sturdy layer, but it's also not super hot. And so I live in the South, and just the other day at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, it was 110 degrees. I looked at the thermometer outside. I couldn't believe it. Actually, I can believe it. The South is like the surface of the sun. Anyways, it's gonna be nice to be somewhere where it's in the 70s. So I'm excited about wearing this. I'll probably get a lot of use out of it. Now, I didn't share my footwear in the last video for some reason, like for my travel outfit footwear. I just bought these shoes and I realized that's not a good idea to buy shoes just before a trip. But if you notice, if you are familiar with this style of shoe, these are called barefoot shoes. And you can see the toe box is wide. I'm gonna try these out. They have really good reviews, barefoot shoes do, because they allow your toes to spread and instead of being all cramped up. And I have had plantar fasciitis before and I don't want to get it again. And so I'm excited about these shoes, but there's a few features that I really like about them. For one thing, they kind of look like those modern, I forget what those shoes are with the 3 stripes. I know they don't have 3 stripes, but they kind of still have that sort of detail in the front. So they don't look super obnoxious. You know, some barefoot shoes have those toes on the top and it's like, those look so ugly. But at least these look like normal tennis shoes halfway. Also, they are 0 drop, so that should be good for posture and things. But I did a bunch of research. There's all kinds of barefoot shoes out there, but these ones are by a brand called Earthing Life. If you can see, I don't know if you can see inside that shoe, but Earthing Life is the brand. It's on Amazon. I paid too much for them. They were $60. To me, that's a lot, but this is kind of one of the features that I really am excited about is they are grounding shoes. So if you're familiar with grounding shoes, what they do is it's kind of like barefoot. When you walk barefoot on the earth, it relaxes your body, it neutralizes extra electrons because you build up like a positive charge from technology and static electricity walking around. And when you step on the earth with bare feet, you get rid of all those electrons because the earth is negatively charged. So there's some science behind it. I just wanted to try it out and see how they work. So I may do a review of these at some point, I don't know, but I'm excited about them. And so these are the pair of shoes that I'm going to be wearing. I've packed another pair in here and I'll show you those in a second. Let's get into my fanny pack. So I've shown you this before. This trip is going to be unlike the trip just prior that I took where I had to bring formal wear and I had to bring really casual wear and everything in between. So I brought that convertible purse where it was a little fancier, but this trip is going to be very casual. So that's why I'm just bringing this $2 Temu Lululemon dupe fanny pack. So let me show you everything that I have in it. So in this back pocket, I have my phone. Actually, it's my phone case because I'm using my phone to make this video, and my passport. And, you know, you might be like, why are you taking your passport if you're just going to Wisconsin? But sometimes when my husband and I fly, we just bring our passports just to be safe. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. But I think I've shown you this phone case before, but I've added a few things. This phone case has a nice lens cover. I like that because then I always get scared that the lens is gonna get scratched, my camera lens, so that covers it. But also it comes with this magnetic wallet that holds up to 3 cards. So that's really nice. And I know people will say, aren't you worried about losing your phone? Because then you'll lose your phone and your wallet. No, I'm not worried about that actually. What makes me more worried, and actually packing in one bag is one of the things that helps alleviate my stress. When I have one thing instead of 2, it's less things to keep up with. And to me, that is worth it. That is worth not stressing over. So I like having one thing, then I only have one thing to keep up with. I don't have to be like, where's my wallet, where's my phone? Because they're together. All right, so I like that. And also, you may have noticed that I've added this hand strap to it. And that's just because sometimes I don't have clothes on that have pockets. And so if I'm wanting to do something hands-free, I can put that hand strap around my wrist and still be able to function. All right, inside the main zipper, and by the way, people talk about zippers. This is like one of the nicest zippers I've ever seen on anything. It's metal and it's really smooth. And this fanny pack was only $2 on Temu. So don't talk trash about Temu because some of their stuff is really nice. Yeah, some of it sucks, but some of it's really nice. And $2, you can't beat that. All right, you've seen this. This is my little one and done gadget. I have used it several times since I've been making my videos. I love this thing. You can hang it around your neck and walk hands free. That's the thing too about a lot of the fans that are that influencers have in their bags and stuff. They're handheld, but you have to hold it with your hand. But this one allows you to hang it around your neck and you can point it up as you're walking. And it's very nice. It has 4 speeds on it, and you can charge your phone. It doubles as a phone charger. So, also it can be a phone rest. So you can sit and put this on your tray table and put your phone right there, and you can watch movies on your phone while the fan is blowing on you. You could also just kind of put it on your tray table like that. So it's a very nice, and I love how flat it is. So it hardly takes up any room. All right, next thing in my bag is my headphones. I've shown you these before, and I don't want this video to be so long. So these are my wired Bose headphones. They are noise canceling. And I also have a cord in here that has 3 ends of lightning, USB-C, and micro USB. Do you need to see that? That's all that I bring. I also bring an adapter for my headphones to be able to work with my phone. So that's a 3.5 jack, because these are old wired headphones with a 3.5 jack. And then this is the USB-C for my phone. So if I need to listen to my phone, I can do that. So that's all that I have in this. This is my tech case. You know, some people have these huge tech cases, but I don't see the need for that because I'm on vacation. All right, then I have a pack of tissues. I have 4 pieces of gum. I have wet wipes, and I have 2 emergencies. These are for the flight to clean the tray table, obviously. And here's another thing, guys. All right, this is one of my pet peeves. Everybody talks about, how can I do this? Okay, so pretend like this is the tray table, okay? The tray table goes down, and everybody talks about cleaning the tray table and the front of it, and this part, and in the pocket and everything, in front of the seat in front of you. But clean this area too, hello? Because when the tray table goes back up, that's where all the germs are. Nobody ever cleans behind the tray table. So when you let the tray table down, clean the tray table and clean behind it too. Otherwise, once you close it, you've just undone all the cleaning. Okay, nobody says that, and I don't know why. It's like, are you really a germaphobe? Because I don't think you are. Okay, next is vitamin C, 1 for me, 1 for my husband. I have more for the flight home in my bag, but this is just for the flight there, and I will put that back into my bag for the flight home. I will take the stuff that I have there out and put it into this fanny pack for the flight home. All right, now let's talk about how I've packed this. You've probably seen this before. This is my little flashlight. I highly recommend having a flashlight other than the one on your phone. In case you drop your phone or you drop something on the floor, this will allow you to be able to shine a light to be able to see it and pick it back up. Another thing I like about this is it glows in the dark. So in a dark airplane, if you've lost something, you will be able to see this even when it's not turned on. And another function is it has this clip on it where you can clip it on a baseball hat and use your baseball hat, use this as a headlamp on your baseball hat. So I've shown you that before, so I'm not gonna go through that again. Here's my water bottle. That's a fold-up water bottle. You should know that by now. I'm not gonna explain that either. Okay, on my zippers, I have graduated, I don't know if it's graduated, to keep the zippers together as a theft deterrent, instead of bringing those little tiny carabiners with a carabiner on either side, I'm using these fancy safety pins simply because they're just as fast to connect and to be a deterrent, but also if I need a safety pin on my trip, then I know that I have one. This is my luggage tag that has my information engraved on it, and it's really hard to see unless you're looking at it. So, and it won't come off because it's got a metal connector, and so it's almost indestructible. So I'll always, people will be able to find my stuff in case I lose my bag for some reason. I have this lock on my bag in case I need to lock something, and then on this zipper I also have another safety pin. All right, and then that's everything on the outside. Let's go ahead and start looking at the inside. Inside this front pocket, I have a little mirror. I think I've shown you this before, but it is a mirror. You can set it in 3 different positions, but it's very flat and it's a good size as well. So you can see a lot of your face. And then I also have these sunglasses, which are now kind of taking the place of my fold-up sunglasses, simply because I don't really wear contacts anymore. And it's a lot easier for me. And these were a lot cheaper, by the way. But I've shown you this glasses case, but these sunglasses go over regular glasses. So I like the way they look. I could wear them by themselves, or I can wear them over my regular glasses. And I have a glasses cloth with them. And so I know that this is not a hard case. I may move stuff around once I'm actually in transit, but that's just where I have it for now. All right, now I don't have anything in this half pocket. I've called this my half pocket. Sometimes I'll put books in there, but I'm just gonna bring like a Kindle book on my phone, because again, I don't know if I'm gonna really have time to read on this trip. All right, then in this front pocket, the big front pocket, I have decided that, let's go ahead and uncinch these sides. Okay, I've decided that, like I've shown you this bag before, okay? So there's 3.5 sections, okay? And the smallest section is the laptop section back there. This is my closet, my clothes. And then usually this is where I call my library. I put like extra books and papers and just miscellaneous stuff in this pocket. And then this is the half pocket. It goes down to there. And then there's that little front pocket. Usually I put my toiletries in the back, but because of the way I packed this time, I decided to put my toiletries up here in the front. So that's where my toiletries are. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you've seen this bag many times. I do just want to refer to a few things. This is my wool neck gaiter that I will be using as an eye mask. And I really like it as an eye mask because it's versatile for more things. So in case it gets cold, I can use it as a scarf, I can use it as a headscarf, whatever. It's more versatile than just an eye mask. So that's why I'm bringing this. Earplugs, I have my vitamins. I've shown you most of this stuff before. Let's see, anything, so I've shown you this before, but I like it. I like it enough that I want to show you again. I love these. I just bring my regular toothbrushes. I have one for the morning and one for the evening. And I don't bring travel size toothbrushes, but I found these on Temu. They look like little fish, but what they do is you cover your toothbrush in transit, but when you get to your destination, you can set them, you can suction them to your counter, and they stand up on their own. So that's really nice and sanitary. And then when I'm done with them, I just clean them out and let them dry. So I wanted to show you that. Then also, I'm using a new liquids pouch just because my other liquids pouch is about to break. So these are all my liquids, and I'm actually really proud of myself because I feel like this is the smallest container I've ever used for liquids. So I've been able to pare down my liquids quite a bit, and I'm proud of myself. All right, then I am bringing, because this is not international, I'm just going to bring my regular charging cube for my phone. And I like this cube because it has the regular USB-A and a USB-C. So all my other charging cords will work. This is my phone charging cord, and I really like to charge my phone with the cord that it came with, just because I feel like it works with the battery lasts longer that way. Then here, this is my clothesline. You've seen that before. This is the thing I really wanted to show you, because every night I use a red light mask on my face, but I didn't want to pack a whole mask. So in lieu of that, I have this face massager that when you turn it on, it has a blue light or a red light. I use the red light, and I don't know if you can hear, but it vibrates. So once I put face moisturizer on, I just massage it in like that, and it has the red light. So even though I won't have my red light mask, this will work in lieu of that. So, and it's a lot smaller and more compact and chargeable and nice like that. I should just put this stuff over. I can do this all later. Put it all back later. All right, and then these are my extra wet wipes and emergency and female stuff. And these are my facial wipes, and I love them so much. And I don't think they make them anymore, so I'm really bummed about that. I always put a hair cloth on the top because hair, you know. And then this is my jewelry organizer. I've shown you that before, so I'm not going to show you this time. All right, in this pocket, I have this flat massager. Talked about that before, pen and a pencil. And as you know, you should always bring a pen that clicks versus a pen with a lid, because if you take the lid off on the airplane, it's likely to fall on the floor and you'll lose it forever. So, and then what do you do with your pen? Because it doesn't have a lid, and then it just gets ink everywhere. So bring a clicky pen. All right, now let's get into the closet, which is this zipper. All right, so I haven't used all the pockets. As you can see, this is a wet pocket, and it's so flat. I tend not to use really flat pockets anyway. But let's talk about my closet, because I have overpacked, but it doesn't look like it. One thing I love about these backpacks that unfold like a suitcase is if you can find one that has a mesh covering, then you don't need to bring extra packing cubes. And that's what I really like. Because some people, for instance, some people have, you know I have a pouch for my liquids, but I would much rather just have like one thing. I have all like my charging cord and stuff. I have all my stuff in this one thing, that then I only have to keep up with one thing. I don't have to bring up 4 different pouches and then have to keep up with where are all my pouches. So that's what I really like about this system, is having separate locations for all your stuff. Then you don't have to bring pouches because they're already pouched for you. And to me, that is so much of a less of a headache. All right, so opening this mesh here, I have a rain jacket because it is likely to rain. So I've shown you this rain jacket before. I really like it. I bought it on Amazon a long time ago. It's very thin, but it does keep you dry. It has a hood, and it's long. It covers your butt. It has pockets. I can't say enough good things about it. And it's green. You know, green is my favorite. All right, I probably don't need this, but you know, the second I don't bring it is when I'm gonna need it. This is a hoodie, but I've decided that I like fleece hoodies, but I like the fleece to be on the inside. I don't like it when the fleece is on the outside. I don't know why. I think because it gets kind of pilly and it looks gross. So I just prefer, I found this one actually, extreme thrifting. I found this on the dollar rack and I really like it. It's got the it's got pockets here. It does have the thumb hole. So hand warmer thumb hole in the sleeve, and the hood is also fleece. So it's warm, but it's very thin. That's what I like about these kind of hoodies. All right, now, I said this before, my feet get cold, and we're going to be there for 6 nights, so I will wear this pair to bed for 3 nights, and then this pair to bed for 3 nights. Then my pajamas, as I've told you before, I like to sleep in silk in the summer. I got this silk top at the free thrift store, so I didn't pay nothing for it. This one I think was at Goodwill, so I think I did pay like $4 for this, but it was when I was trying to find a bunch of silk pants to sleep in, and I didn't mind paying $4. And if you're new to me and you're like, $4, that's not a lot. It is for me. I like extreme thrifting. I don't like to pay more than $1 for anything. All right, then each of these, okay, so here's a little packing hack. Is especially when you don't have packing cubes, pack all of your items together as a bundle. Let me get my bras out of the way. These are merino bras, and I'm just bringing 2 of them this time. All right, so what do I mean by that? Well, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bundles. What are these? Well, this is another outer layer. It's a chambray shirt with a bathing suit cover up. This is a skirt with a pair of capri leggings. These are 2 pairs of pants. These are 2 graphic tees, and these are 5 blouses, 5 tops. So let me just go ahead and unroll these just to show you. So this is my jean shirt. I can wear it as a shirt or a layer if I need to. This is a bathing suit cover up. I thought about bringing that infinity scarf and using that as a cover up, but I don't want to wear a scarf in the airport because it's summer. The scarf I will be using, just like the vest, I will more likely be using that for fall winter trips coming up. Anyways, this is a sarong, and it's a big, huge piece of fabric with tassels on it that I can use as a bathing suit cover up, or I could use it even kind of like a towel. So that's what that is. I'm bringing 3 pairs of underwear, merino, blend, and I'm wearing 1 pair. The nice thing about merino underwear and like the bras is you can wash them out and they're dry within 24 hours. It only takes a few hours for them to dry. And they feel nice, you know, that it's not like polyester where you feel like you're wearing a plastic bag. All right, now I'm bringing a skirt, which I'm probably going to regret, but I just want to be safe because in case we go to church or like go somewhere semi-fancy, I just want to make sure that I'm ready. Anyways, these are my capri leggings. I've shown you that. They have pockets for my phone on either side. And incidentally, in my Charleston video, I said I may or may not work out. I did end up wearing everything in my video, so including my workout stuff. What I like about this skirt, I've shown you this before, I think in my video about like gadgets you've never heard before, but it's kind of a neat skirt. It's a high-low sort of situation, but what I like especially about it is that it has shorts built into it, and that way I don't have to bring, because in the summer I always wear shorts under my dresses, but these ones come with shorts built in. They also have a pocket that I'm probably not going to use because it's a little weird to like lift up your skirt 2 times to get into your pocket, but I do like that the shorts are built in, and that's why I'm bringing this. All right, next thing is 2 pairs of pants. Now, this is kind of weird because if you notice, 1 pair of pants is navy. Well, there's a reason for that. Okay, because I'm bringing a black pair of pants. And incidentally, I found these at the thrift store, and I really liked them because they're thin. They've got an elastic waist and a drawstring. They have like a million pockets plus this little hanger thing on them. And they're kind of built like joggers, but they're just like, most joggers are made out of sweatshirt material and they're really bulky, but these are super thin and great for traveling. And then I looked up the brand online. It's called Healing Hands. These are scrub bottoms. These are the bottoms of scrubs. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna wear them anyway because they're really comfortable. So anyways, I'm bringing a black pair of pants, and I thought about bringing my black hiking pants that are not gathered at the bottom, but then I was like, there's no reason to bring 2 pairs of black pants. Even though they're styled a little bit differently, they're not that different. So that's why I'm bringing navy. Now, I know that's weird because why would you bring black and navy? Usually what you do is you just stick to either navy or black. Well, I'm going to show you that all the shirts that I brought can go with black or navy. So don't worry, there's a method to my madness. Plus the fact that that chambray shirt can go with both of them. And I know the jean jacket is black, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay. This will be a casual enough trip. So these are hiking pants, and I've shown them before. I've shown my black ones, but they have these like neon zippers here that if you need to, I've done this before. I've taken these little neon toggles off and I've tucked the tie, this drawstring inside, and I've worn these as dress pants because they can look like dress pants. So there's no pockets on these on the outside other than these. As long as you have a shirt that kind of covers these pockets, then you're good. Anyways, these are great for traveling because they're super duper thin. And as you saw, I rolled 2 pairs of pants up that took the same place as 1 pair of regular pants would. All right, this is my ball cap hat. It unfolds, and I like it for summer because it's really light. It's UPF 50, and it folds down super small. So it's a good travel hat. I also use it hiking. This is my bathing suit, top and bottom. And then I have 2 graphic tees that I will be bringing. So one says, adventure is out there, but so are serial killers. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, or where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom. All right, now look at this. I have in this roll, okay, so this is another packing hack, is when you go to the thrift store, find these super duper thin shirts and then only wear them when you travel, because you can roll a bazillion of them together. And I know I was saying about silk in my last video, silk is so thin, but if you're going somewhere casual, just find some of these thin like polyester shirts, and they're a little less finicky. You know, you don't have to deal with keeping them nice and things. So just find some polyester shirts like this. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and all of these shirts, as you can see, can go with black and navy quite well. All right, now last pocket is, I only have 2 things in this last pocket. Well, 3 kind of, but I have a little tiny compact umbrella that is so cute. It's tiny, but it opens really big. Dare I open it? Should I open it? I'm not superstitious. I'm gonna open it. Ta-da! And it's green on the inside. So that's good for keeping sun off and rain, obviously. And then in this pocket, because I'm not bringing my vest bag, I did want to have another bag just in case I bought things and I needed a bigger bag to bring home. So this is just one of those little fold-up shopping bags, but inside it I have my normally one and done sandals, and these I've worn these in dressy occasions and casual occasions. I like them because they're just as nice as Tevas or Chacos, but they're not as obnoxious. I did a whole video about one and done shoes for the summer and the winter. These are my one and done for summer, obviously. I love them because you can wear them in the shower and they dry really fast, so I don't have to bring extra flip-flops. They're also almost orthopedic in nature. They're really high arch. I have high arches. They're very comfortable to walk in. They're really spongy, and they're very like low key, just monochrome black. I know it's gonna be a little clashy with the navy. I do have those white shoes that I could wear with these navy pants, but because they're kind of like strappy, they're not like obnoxious black. So I think I can get away with the navy pants with these. Also, what I like about them is you normally would wear that part behind your heel and that part between your toe. But if you need to, you can just, if you're wearing socks, you can just slide your foot in like this, and you don't even have to put your toe in that toe catch part. You can just wear them like slippers. This is how I wear them in the shower. But anyways, they're really nice. They're super versatile. I could hike in these, and I could wear a dress with these. I love them so much. And if I need to get rid of this bag and stow it, it's one of those little fold up deals. So I can just fold it up and fold it into the pocket. There's like this little pocket. I don't know if you saw it. Where'd it go? There's a pocket. Here it is. So it can fold into its own pocket. You've seen these before, so I don't need to do it. Anyways, it folds into this pocket. This is not doing this very well, but you can fold it where it's nice and flat, but very small. Okay, anyways, you get it. All right, so thanks for watching. Now I have to repack all of this, but I hope that gave you some ideas, and I'm just so excited, and I feel like I'm starting to get this one bag packing down to an art, down to a science. I may travel like this forever. I don't know. I'm so excited about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye. Happy travels.